Oh, hi everybody, Will here again. Um, hope you had a good week. Near the end of the week, I know that's not really a name for that, but you know what I mean. Like after the hump day, before the weekend, them days in between. Hope you're having a good one. Monday I did my thing, went up on the stage again and told a little story. I kind of used my same open. It's kind of funny. I don't like repeating myself too much, but I did that like anybody got any kids and that you know of part. But this time I didn't ask a question because I wanted to tell a story about the girl, Wendy. So it's kind of a funny setup, and I try to mess with the expectations of the people because I like talked about how because like I was watching them superhero movies and stuff, and Wendy likes the dragons and princesses and like sword fighting and stuff. And So I'm saying like I wanted to learn stuff that's real, right? Like a lot of kids, a lot of girls and stuff are like into that fantastical stuff, and that's fantastical. But so it says I wanted to teach her about carving, right? Like carving. And I didn't say carving what, right? So like at the time of the season they might think it's one thing or another, but then talked about how you have to have your materials shop and stuff like that, and you have a knife shop and how you work with different materials. And then I says that Wendy says to me, right, that Daddy, I want to know how they say it now. I got to think of this. Anyway, yeah. It's basically she's asking if I can if man won't listen to me, what do I do? And then I says this to her. Well, your grandma always said to me that the fastest way to get a man to listen is to cut off his ear. Now look at that thing, right? That's a fun little flensing knife. The wife got that on one of her international adventures. I see with the camera. So that's real super sharp. Like that's real. And she went on a lot of international adventures before the kids came into our lives. She's not a spy or nothing like that. She's a helper, right? She likes to help people, but they like give her gifts and stuff. And this was like back in the day, you could like bring a knife home with you from wherever. Anyway, so this will cut off you guys like it's like a shaver, and I was like, you cut off his ear. Or carve. I said carve because it's carving, right? That's a joke, right? Carving a person. And then I said to like Wendy, I say in Wendy's voice, oh, but Dad, what if he's looking at me funny? And I'm like, then you carve out his eyes. Huh? Now the guy getting so surprised about that, like oogling at a girl, and then she like just pops him right in the face. I mean, you could use your fist if you wanted. And then, but Daddy, what if he's saying stuff to me that he's being disrespectful? Yeah, because the guys like to be disrespectful to ladies. I'm like, then you just get out your carving knife and you talk with that. And then I get a little serious, right? Because ladies and girls have to worry about some stuff that guys don't. What if, Daddy? What if he's coming towards me with something lower that I don't want? And I'm like, well, you wait till he pulls his pants down, and then you give him what for in the old family jewels, right? Because you don't like it really. If you try to cut a guy with the fabric like this thing, he'll get because he'll hook there. That'll get caught in the fabric, and you don't want that to happen because then they're kind of stuck there. But you give him a little pop there, and he's gonna stop. But like I said, my mom said that's the fastest way. When time is of the essence, you know, have a knife in your presence. Hey, I just thought of that. That's good. And then I have a close that I normally do with that, but some of the ladies in the audience were seeming a little uncomfortable. Well, not as uncomfortable as some of the men. Most of the men were uncomfortable, but then the ladies were hooting and hollering at me. But like, what am I? Maybe I didn't bring this thing though, right? I was just using my my hand gestures, my miming, I guess. And I says that I got to break cafe, but for a second, there, I'm like, ladies, what? Your dad never taught you how to fight with a knife? And all these ladies, like 5 or 6 of them, say nope. So I'm like, well, what you got to do is you got to like take a martial arts class, get a little knife, hide it someplace so your man or whatever, your partner, yeah, I think, well, whatever, yeah, so he doesn't know about it. Just so you got to worry about it a little bit. Like, the guy's got his fist, right? Always got a weapon on him. And ladies don't realize they always got weapons on them too, but sometimes they need a little oomph, right? Not because they're weak or anything like that. No. It's because guys underestimate them, and then they come on too strong, and then the ladies just got to do stuff they don't want to do. So why not make him feel that feeling once in a while? Then maybe they treat you with respect. Anyway, so what I normally says is like, whether you're a princess or a dragon, it's always good to have at least one extra tooth, very sharp, because you never know what the knight's going to bring to the tower. And that's kind of a joke because like knight and knight sound the same, but they're spelled differently. I don't know how to show that to you, right? But I guess one starts with a silent K, and one starts with like I don't know what's the opposite of silent, but like the N, right? The N is the same, but when you spell it, it's different. But I think the rest of it's the same. Anyway, that was it, and it was kind of a hit, I think. But what I did is I made a mistake because I was talking about carving, I decided to because the joke was done and everyone's happy. I was just gonna carve out the time at the end of my piece, so I didn't do my full minutes because I thought it was funny just to cut that off as part of a meta joke. And I left the stage, and then it turns out the booker was having a cigarette or something, and he had to run back in. So I felt real stupid about that. I gotta apologize to him next time I see him because that was just unprofessional on my part. I should have warned him. I didn't mean to interrupt his smoke break or talking with his friends or whatnot. He thought I was going to get the full 5, and most people want the full 5, but I thought end on a high note. No, let me try that again. End on a sharp note, right? Like ding, and then you're set. You walk off the stage, and then nobody's disappointed, except I guess the booker because he had to whatever stub out his cigarette or something. Anyway, so I'm going to go next week. I think I'm just going to sit in the audience and watch. I'm feeling tired, and the holiday season's coming on, and the wife's got a bit of travel. She got to do more international adventures. But I'll see you again. I will. I will. That's funny. So anyway, yeah. My friends. Yeah. I gotta really figure out what to do is better. Like and subscribe. Right. I forget that all the time. The kids didn't get my signs yet. I gotta get that over the weekend. But yeah, like and subscribe if you can. I don't know where to point to tell you to do that. You know how to do it. I hate that part. But yeah, my friends, I am Ignatius William Knowzital. Nobody calls me Iggy, but my friends do call me Will. I am Mr. I Will Knows It All. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.